halo semuanya, kembali lagi bersama dengan Haname di sini. Welcome, gimana kabar kamu hari ini? Hari ini bersama dengan Haname PP yang suka nge-stream. Kita akan melanjutkan Reverse 1999. Yang the last sebenarnya apa sih? Last Evening on Earth. Anjay. Suara apa lagunya? BTW BGM-nya bagus sih. Welcome, Toru. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah pakai sudah sehat, sudah resmi. Welcome. Kita mau berlama-lama gaskan. We set safe. Halo. Kakak yang berjoin. Semoga menikmati streamnya Haname.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. May the peace be with us.
Manusia ini laki.
May the peace be with us, my friend.
Nanti baca Beryl nggak? Aku pengen Corvus, tapi aku juga pengen Beryl, tapi apa namanya aku nggak ada tuh nggak ada tim premiumnya si siapa tuh? Si Beryl. Jadi kemungkinan aku ambil si Corvus sih. Soalnya aku Corvus sudah dapat semua. Iya, tinggal Ezra doang sih. Story-nya berapa lama ini aku belum sempet sentuh, gak tahu. Aku baru awal-awal kawan. Jadi aku gak tahu berapa lama. Welcome. Beras, welcome Hayati. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah resmi. Welcome. Okay, let's go. Constantine give us like note as he peers into the shadow.
Zeno has been restored to its usual state. Aside from Igor's ardent supporters,
Premium
the
Beryl
rest of
siapa?
Zeno's soldiers and officers were
lupa
unaware
namanya.
of his betrayal. Just as we expected.
Moldir? Siapa ya? Aku cuman inget Moldir doang cuy.
Admiral Igor's funeral has been held as planned, one that befits his rank and status. All relevant personnel remained in South America for the ceremony, as per Zeno's funeral
Admiral
regulations.
Igor?
We're in
Funeral?
the process of selecting a new admiral. I'll provide you with a candidate list shortly. Additionally, we've dispatched an investigative team to Tierra del Fuego to search for Igor.
Welcome. Udah
Very
semua.
well. What about
Please
the
punya
girl?
Isolde aman. Oh iya, Isolde aku juga gak punya masalahnya. Si Paul.
The girl. Are you referring to Lopera?
Sama Lopera. Nah,
Her emotions have stabilized, so we've decided to leave her in South
Lopera,
America for the moment.
Isolde,
Of
sama
course, she'll be put through the necessary
Moldir kalau gak
investigations as
salah. Yang
circumstances
punyanya
dictate.
buat itu. Aku
Keep
lupa.
a close eye on her. Oh, and that little singing bird?
Santi take a step closer, lowering her voice. Salah, Lopera itu buat
Zeno
Igor,
is
maaf.
quite upset about our decision regarding Miss Kimberly. They're insisting she
Aku
undergoes a
campur
more
sama
thorough
Igor anjir.
investigation.
Aku juga pengen dapetin Igor
I
soalnya.
feared that if we gave too much pushback, they would take a more extreme stance in response. So I agreed.
Those soldiers never budge.
Cuman punya Caron.
Of course, Zeno agreed that the
Ulrich,
investigation would be
Lucio,
done under the
Cassandra.
supervision of the Foundation.
Hey,
If nothing else
Terpit.
comes up, she will be put into the
Masih Bapak
timekeeper's
sedikit
team
doang
and
yang aku
granted the
punya,
same
anjir.
rights as the other members.
Good. Don't keep Verton waiting too long.
The Xenopis has landed safely. Constantly give an internal sigh of relief.
There's more. Madam Z has received word from the timekeeper. The timekeeper suspects Manus Vindicte is active again in Sydney Harbor. They're likely on board a cruise ship named Free Breeze. This would explain why our field investigators have been having difficulties with their tasks. Manus has covered their tracks carefully this time.
Where's the cruise bound for?
That's still unclear, sir. However, Moth just reported in confirming that the ship has passed the Oceania Islands.
An interesting development.
Indeed.
Constantine Tons carries an impossible
We're
trace of
making
pride.
excellent progress. That's good.
Apa sih?
Assign a new mission to Verton.
You mean to send them on that cruise?
We can't keep her under our
Welcome,
wing
gimana
forever.
kabarmu hari ini, Toaster?
Understood.
The conference room fell silent once more. Amid the layered marble pillars of less white with past the window, white of lands on the president's hand and gently pecked at his
What
paw.
brings you all the way over here, old friend?
He lowered his head, allowing the bird to nuzzle his fingertips.
Oh.
Aku penasaran mbak presidennya sih, ngapain sih dia
Hmm.
Dia masih jadi presiden tapi udah sakit-sakitan ya. It can be like a shadow. The white dove takes a wing. Light.
So, Laplace has requested the Foundation's assistance with the artificial storm project?
Fleeting away once more. Fleeting off.
Yes. Ulrich is overseeing the project and has requested as much asymmetrical nuclide R as we can spare. He's also requested our help in determining the most suitable location for the experiment. I have several in mind that should meet his needs.
Constantine involuntary paused for a moment.
The location closest to Laplace's Australian branch is on the sea, right where the Freebreeze cruise ship
Welcome Alan,
happens
gimana
to
kabarmu
be.
hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah beres resmi.
I
Welcome.
see where you're going.
Welcome Jalal, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum,
However,
sudah sehat, sudah beres resmi.
I do have
Welcome. Aku
concerns
baru mau
about how
tidur,
this
weh.
might
Tidur.
disrupt our current plans against Manus Vindicte.
Welcome yang baru join.
Regardless, Laplace will have our full support for the artificial storm project.
Unexpected determination.
But Moth's status still remains unclear. If we proceed too hastily, we might jeopardize the situation.
Her fleeting hesitation gets the president's attention.
I thought you'd have foreseen something like this. A few pieces must be sacrificed if you're to win the game.
Ah, sama aja sih.
You know that better than anyone, don't you?
Is this also the Pax House's decision?
You have my word on it.
I see. I'll inform the Timekeeper and Ulrich of their missions.
Thank you. I look forward to their meeting.
Apakah nanti presidennya ini bakal playable? You never know.
We meet again, Timekeeper.
Pleasure's mine, Mr. Ulrich. I've heard good things about your work with Regulus.
Frankly, I was surprised by how selfless, passionate, and forward-looking she is. I'm truly grateful to have someone like her on my team.
Aku gak tahu. The very fluid is remarkable. Stable. Clearly, this is a sincere statement. Oh, aku kira sarkasm cuy.
The situation on the Freebreeze is still
Welcome
unclear.
Ian,
We don't know how many Manus Vindicte followers might be on board.
Welcome, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum,
Our
sudah sehat,
plan
sudah
is to
beres
board the
resmi.
cruise as ordinary passengers. Regulus said she's made acquaintance with a crew member and has made sure to alter our profiles so we don't attract any unwanted attention.
That's good to hear. So Regulus
Welcome
didn't
Jordi,
use her
gimana
money
kabarmu
for
hari
her
ini?
own
Sudah makan,
amusement
sudah minum,
after
sudah sehat,
all.
sudah beres resmi. Welcome. After muttering to himself, Ulrich returned to the task at hand.
We should stagger our boarding times.
Aku belum pernah lihat wajah presiden.
I'll reach out if I
Sama
spot
aku
any
juga
signs of
belum.
Manus
Berarti sampai
Vindicte.
sekarang belum ada ya
Let's stay in
wajahnya
touch.
si
See you on
presiden
board.
dimunculin. Ulrich gave her a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
Mr. Ulrich, we're more than happy to assist with your mission.
Oh, no, no, no. Please don't trouble yourself. Sorry, don't get me wrong. I'd appreciate your help were the circumstances different. But the experiment is still confidential. Please don't mention it to anyone. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary risks or interference. On the cruise ship, we are but strangers.
I see.
Don't you worry. I have a little disguise for myself too.
Kamu disguise kayak gimana, Brang? All games must come to an end. My farewell. I will miss you, Spatodea, Ezra, and Miss Dessert Flannel, and all of Australia too. But most of all, I will miss my holiday. I will miss you, Hans. Come on over for proper goodbye hug, friends. Soon ask for better mates. Alright, easy, love. Head off to hair. I still got to head out and sell the last copies of Uluru Pass Unfilled and snagging ticket for dummies. Please take care, Captain. This April, hopes the issue in the optical laboratory will be dealt with by the time you return. This is all for the funding, chief mate. So it looks like we have no choice but to say our farewell. No need to get too sentimental. You will all be reunited soon enough. There are joint seminars hosted by Lovelace all year round. Oh, really? That is good to know. Of course. All you need to do is download a form from the Voice of Lovelace part of the forum and hand it over to your team lead. After it's approved, HR will put you in the queue before. Oh, please no! I don't want any disparate probes ruining my farewell memories. Okay, say. What? Things better be part ways now. If we stand here hugging for too long, we might end up drawing a crowd. Regulus won first place in Rock Pirate impersonation contest. Now, that's natural talent. It's Barcarola. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't allow this lady board the ship. Why not? All orcas have paid for this trip in full, and their provision and reason for boarding fully comply with the ship regulations. Not everyone profession meets the regulation. Let's take a look at Miss Regulus' self-introduction. An alchemist scholar from the renowned research institute, Lapland. A true heir to their spirit of rock. And a pirate who once dominated all the radio frequency along the river Thames. Miss Barcarola, you might not know this, but back in the 60s, there was a pirate rocker who went by the very same name. He broadcast illegally on the Thames, took pleasure in antagonizing legal broadcasters and record labels, and was eventually shut down by the government. Although the UK government warrant against these pirates has been lifted, if this is the same person, inviting her aboard could affect the good reputation of the free breed. I've met Miss Regulus myself, and there's no way she's the same person. She's far too young to have lived through the 60s. She could be a copycat. What if she mimicked her idol's outrageous action on the high seas? She wouldn't do such a thing. I'm surprised you'd be so quick to defend her. Don't you know that those pirate rockers made a mockery of a musician like you? Why are you standing up for her? I witnessed her passion for music firsthand. She is not mocking anyone. I'm not sure why she chose that name, but that's not reason to judge her so prematurely. If you're still worried, Captain, I promise to keep an eye out for her. I'll make sure she doesn't get up any mischief in the broadcast room or anything else you are concerned about. If she does something that harms the good name of Rebris, then you might throw me overboard along with her and my cracking box. Why the fire from our star performer? Why, if you are really willing to put that much trust in her, I won't press any further. And there's no need to worry about the broadcast room. I'm sure it will be just fine. Sequel event 1.5. Oh, 1.5. Yang mana 1.5 itu? Oh, tapi yang mana? Mantap memang. The main hall is packed with passengers, their wines voice likely emitting an enchanting luster in the beautiful, familiar melody. Girls wave their way carefully through the excited crowd, like a school of nimble feet.
Miss Barcarola,
Present
at
not
last
bullet
you've
with
graced
sugar
us
in
with
the
your
front.
presence.
Halo, welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Terima kasih sudah minum sudah resmi. Welcome.
Henry and I were just having a little wager on whether we'd see our musical star outside the spotlight. Looks like he'll be buying me the next round of whiskey, eh?
Well bet, signore. Allow me to pour you the first glass. How do you like your whiskey? On the rocks, perhaps?
Indeed. Thank you, my dear.
On the rock? Maksudnya on the rock itu gimana anjir? Nggak paham apa istilah-istilah.
Over here, Mum! It's Miss Barcarola! Last time I saw her, she performed an entire symphony all by herself. She was the whole orchestra. I've never seen anything like it.
It's good to see you again, my little friend.
The woman beside her turned around and lovingly passed the boy on
Miss
the
Barcarola, what a pleasure. I've heard so much about you. My child hasn't stopped talking about you since you spoke to him about the didgeridoo at Sydney Harbour. He was so excited by it that he begged us to bring one on board.
How lovely! The didgeridoo truly is an enchanting instrument. It's so resonant, don't you think? It almost feels like it's echoing from the depths of the earth itself. I've actually been experimenting with playing it alongside my crackling
dengan
box.
ice kalai
It's a
artinya Kak
wonderful
yang mana
match
itu?
with the tin
Welcome
whistle
Sol,
and
gimana
kalimba,
kabarmu hari ini?
and I'm
Terima
sure a
kasih
number of
sudah
other
saya sudah
instruments too.
resmi, welcome. Oh, dengan ice kali artinya maybe ya, maybe yang The Rock itu mungkin buat apa dengan kok angin sih? Es batu. Welcome Sol, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Semoga sudah minum sudah resmi, welcome. As they speak, Barcarola eyes sparkle with enthusiasm. Admiration surrounding her is so bright that it almost blinds the tourists standing nearby.
Looks like she's pretty popular too.
Luckily, she's wearing sunglasses.
Two?
Have you
Baik
forgotten,
kakak kabarnya,
Sinetto?
makasih.
You're also looking at a popular public figure yourself. One that had half of London hunting. Cheering for her. The bittersweet burden of fame.
What do you mean, Regulus? Iyain aja ya. Their attention is quickly turned to a quiet corner of the street. There is a group of people dressed in brightly colored clothes. Crown made of leaf and flower adorn their head, and their brown skin is glowing under the warm light. They stand in a circle, occasionally glancing around. The shell on their chests cling together melodies.
That group over there seems unusually uptight.
Having absorbed all the adoration of the people around her, Barcarola make her way around over here. Alah, she certainly won't overlook the curiosity of any of her guests.
Oh, those are the captain's special guests. They're from one of the Oceania archipelagos. Nukuteao, I believe. They're probably just a bit nervous. I imagine they don't often find themselves among so many foreigners.
After handling the smell matter at hand, Barcarola is hurried called away by the distant voice of other guests.
Nukutea. I read about it in a history of arcane ethnicity back in the SPDM. It's a remote place, and its people hold a special kind of shell at the center of their beliefs. They've rarely made contact with the outside world. It's often been described as a peaceful paradise. I also read that the Nukutai almost never leave their homeland. Why are they here?
Their hushed conversation clearly meets the ear of the nearby Nukutai. One young boy strode forward, his chest puffed up
The
with
Nukutai will never abandon our homeland. Just wait. We'll find our way back when the new era comes.
The new era.
Though in a foreign accent, these words sound all too familiar.
Toa, that's enough. Tutu told us not to talk with outsiders.
An equally young girl stands protective in front of the boy.
But someone had to tell them the truth.
I apologize. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I was just curious.
Well, next time keep your mouth shut. What could you possibly know about the Nukutai?
Kasar banget. Saya Nukutai itu masuk Oceania. Aku anggap dia termasuk suku Papua. Kayak macam Hawaii, Papua gitu ya. The boy looks about ready to explode. Noticing the outburst, Barcarola breaks away from the other boys and hurries over.
Please, everyone, no fighting. I'm Barcarola, the musical director. Is there anything I can help you with? I'll do all I can to ensure everyone has a pleasant experience.
Before she can reach them, a close collision of the cells stops Barcarola in her track.
What's going on? What do you want?
Her voice holds no restraint in its hostility.
Tutu. It's alone. Toa, stay back.
Oh iya, kayak
These
kau mau
outsiders can
remove
be
dia.
dangerous.
Tapi kan masalahnya di tempat kayak begitu kan banyak banget anunya ya. Apa sih itu banyak sukunya. Jadi mungkin mirip sama Maui tapi bukan Maui.
Dangerous? Have you never heard of me before?
Katutu looks Barcarola over, eyeing the peculiar wooden contraption by her side. Suppressing her curiosity about this unique object, she steadies her gaze once more.
Whoever you are,
Jika, gimana
I
kabarmu
ask
hari
that you
ini?
leave
Semoga
us in
sudah minum,
peace.
sudah saya sudah resmi welcome.
You...
Barcarola sampai gak bisa ngomong. Barcarola is lost for words. Clearly, her status as musical star has made her unaccustomed to such remarks. Welcome ada Geji, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Terima kasih sudah minum, sudah saya sudah resmi welcome. Ignoring now last girl before her, Katutu and the other Nukutai retreat back to their corner.
Tutu think the tides you came. I wasn't sure what to do.
So are we going to take Miss Grace's offer or not? She promised it would bring our islands back.
No cast of fears glare at Tutu.
Enough, Toa. These outsiders don't need to know why we're here. And stop mentioning Miss Grace. Could draw unwanted attention.
But what's there to hide? There's no shame in wanting our home back. If we don't stand with Miss Grace, we'll lose Nukuteao forever.
I want to go home too. Probably more than anyone. I already miss Melly's red coral reefs, blue sea, and canoe races. We'll get through this, Toa. I promise we'll be neighbors again, picking breadfruit and coconut flowers together. But before we accept Miss Grace's offer, there's a few things that need to be made clear. And remember, none of these passengers are to blame for what happened to our home. Okay?
But Miss Grace has offered us a way home. We'll have our islands back, just as they were. Our promised land.
We will go home, Sebelum. Trust me. I just need to figure out a few things first. Starting with this wonderful new era she keeps talking about.
You seem a little on edge, Chief Kamuda.
Kamuda is pacing back and forth in the cabin.
Miss Grace, how much longer do we have to wait for this new era to come? Many of our people have never left Nukuteao before. We're struggling to adjust. Some have even fallen sick. We can't stay adrift on the sea like this much longer. Our spirits are low. The shells of some of my people have begun to crack.
He lowered his head close to the faintly glowing shell in his palm. Irradiate warm. Arah, manggilnya udah gece lah, namanya udah gece. Kok harus manggil apa, anjir?
Please, Miss Grace, you have to help us.
While it pains me to hear this, the journey must go on. You have nowhere to return to after all. We still have some space below deck. You can use it to store your people's bodies should they die.
Her gaze remained fixed on the crystalline shell in Kamuta's hand.
That's not exactly what we're asking for. Please show us another way. Help us like you did when you foresaw the destruction of Melly.
Welcome, Alif. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Semoga sudah benar saya saudara resmi. Welcome. Grace tilts her head. A glimmer of intrigue on her face as she observed the pained expression of Kamuta's face.
I've already shown you a way, haven't I?
Sudden pressure swelled in his chest as a sticky black liquid silently dripped onto his skin.
You mean joining the Manus?
Game apa ini, anak? Welcome, Cisan. Ini Reverse 1999.
But the Nukutai haven't had a conflict with anyone for centuries. That's why we hid ourselves away from the world. Difficult to persuade my people to do this.
Mari join Manus.
All
Waktu
we
tuh
want
join
is
Manus
for our
terus.
people to return to familiar soil, to feel our spirits at home. Nothing more.
But Melly is already gone.
Yes, but But that doesn't mean we should take revenge on the outside world. It was an act of the sea itself. It would be unjust to blame anyone for it.
What about the torpedo test sites designated over Malaga and Vaipuna? Aren't there people who should answer for that?
It was probably just a mistake. The area they chose was far from the main islands of Nukuteao, and hardly anyone fishes there. They may not have realized that my people lived there.
And the oil spill? The wastewater discharge? Were all those
Welcome,
fish killed by
Kai.
pollution
Gimana
also
kabar hari ini?
just
Semoga
an
sudah
act of the
menyelesaikan
sea?
resmi. Welcome.
Please, we're not
Wah,
looking
ini
for
mah
conflict.
mas-mas yang ada di kampung gua mirip banget, Jir. Oh iya,
Of
BTW
course
nama
you're not.
masnya itu juga jagat
After
mas.
all, they've only stolen everything you've ever
Aku nggak
held
mau
dear.
tak, mana saudara jalan hidupku. Kamu tuh ternyata pintar juga. Kamu tuh pintar coy, nggak bodoh coy, makanya. Her voice dropped abruptly. Her next word delivered with the lightness of a feather.
And arrogantly assumed every inch of this planet is theirs to exploit.
Udah baik-baik saja, masih stuck di 450. Aku belum lanjut lagi
War
sih,
is
referee.
inevitable, whether you want it or not, Nukutai.
He gently pulls the mask forward. His dark presence is unavoidable.
But if you join us, you will have an invaluable ally. Time.
Bohong. Grace glanced at her pocket once before slipping it lightly into her
The
pocket.
window is closing. The sifting is about to begin.
Last storm. Aku bangga udah sampai 620 M. Aku belum coy. What prom and appropriate. Spirit shell around Kamutan neck burned, tickling to his chest as they twist with ferocity.
Has it really come to this? To revenge?
His eye flashed out to the jagged mass on the pebble. Dark tendrils extend from it, dropping at the air in a silent invitation. His spirits shell are almost scorched.
Oh no. It's quite the opposite. It's salvation.
Ya, yang bodoh itu anak remaja Indonesia. Aku nggak ikut-ikut anjir. Dijinx sama musuhnya sampai full. Dijinx gimana tuh maksudnya? Yang suka nendang-nendang pintu rumah cuma pengen motor. What? Hilna. The main hall is packed with people, yet there is no music to be heard. Peculiar scene indeed. Fortunately, the guests don't seem to mind. There is no stage in the world that offered a performance like this one.
Signora Regulus, as I'm sure you understand, there's a great deal of effort involved in creating a concerto. From the initial spark of inspiration to the careful arrangement of the music to the skill required to play it. The fact that any concerto has ever been performed at all is nothing short of a miracle.
Kalah tengkar sama Barcarola. Barcarola tone is solo, like a steady intensifying march.
As musical director, it is my duty to select the perfect repertoire to bring delight to every listener. Then, the esteemed passengers of the Free Breeze can enjoy their dessert and wine with the finest musical accompaniment.
Hah? Maksud kawan?
Oh, you can't be serious. Where's the fun in just sitting there and listening? I promise you, this lot have had more than enough lazy jazz and swooning piano to last a lifetime. We need to shake things up. Make this voyage the greatest of the century.
Udahlah diam aja lah Regulus ya Tuhan.
How about some 60s rock? And wouldn't you know it, this visionary former captain has a record player right here with her.
He holds a stack of records high in the air.
All right, people, let me hear you cheer. Music is freedom. It should stir the soul anytime, anywhere.
Regulus ya Tuhan.
Stop, Regulus! I'm the musicista here, not you!
He's kayak the buff yang oh, Barcarola last spread. The audience clapped, amused by the antic on the stage. A small flower-adorned girl sits discreetly among them.
These outsiders seem so full of life. They're nothing like what Miss Grace described. Full of hatred and hostility.
Ketutu remained silent, her eyes fixed on the stage. Kalau aku udah kayak begitu, tiba-tiba apa namanya, cuma bisa incantation cuma bisa nganu satu
Perhaps
doang.
you should go to the captain and apply to be a cruise musician like me.
With all due respect, Miss Barcarola, the point I'm trying to make is that only a DJ knows what the crowd really wants.
Before Barcarola can protest anymore, cunning little lion pressed the play button on the record player. In a moment, all the light on the ship have gone out. Regulus had an idea. A record player could produce such an effect.
Huh? Did I just shoot lightning bolts from my fingertips?
No?
Of course not.
Barcarola finally managed to wrest the microphone from Regulus' hand. But a far more pressing issue than the content of the concert now faced them. Amid the darkness, this content quickly around.
Damned! Who's stepping on my brand new leather shoes? Will you please watch yourself?
I was just about to say the same thing. Just let go of my jacket, you moron!
Could you all keep it down? I'm going deaf here. Oh no, my wine! And the cheese platter!
The clamor of irritated voice quickly filled the space.
This could turn to total chaos before long. No, I can't let that happen.
Capek tadi ada yang ngirim video sekarang
must
yang
go
bawa
check on the
pedang
master
sama
switch.
perisai tulisannya. Jelasin tugas yang harus diselesaikan. Hah? Barcarola burst through the crowd as she curved back to the power room.
Miss Barcarola!
Yang bunyinya Rah.
Please let me through, Senora Elizabeth.
Nggak tahu yang mana ya. Unfortunately, the guys can tell a musician from mechanic through the dark.
Barcarola, where are you going? Let me give you a hand.
Mas banget gua sama Dongolus.
Straight to the point. I like that.
Yang nggak ribet jadi ribet gara-gara Dongolus.
Into the darkness. Wait for the right sharp blade. Addio, straniero. Non voltarti indietro. Addio, straniero. Liberato dalla paura.
My turn.
Into the darkness. Wait for the...
Just another shift.
Non voltarti indietro. Addio, straniero.
And we are done.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cerchi.
Come on! There aren't as many of them this way.
Unbelievable. It's like you're an escape artist or something.
Emang Regulus kan?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Emang.
It is a compliment. Thank you so much, Senora Regulus.
A narrow path appears, and Barcarola unceremoniously pushed forward with all her might. But it seems the surprise for today are far from to an end. A faint light flicker across Barcarola vision, then quickly falls to the ground.
What was that?
A piece of rough bark twisted into the shape of lampshade, with a compass-like root burning warmly
Tutu,
inside.
are you okay?
Sign struck the darkness. Kayak ingat trailernya Gus dikejar-kejar terus.
I'm fine. How's the sea mother's eye?
Solid as ever, of course. It takes more than a few knocks to damage Nukutai craftsmanship.
I knew getting too close to those oafs would bring trouble.
Oafs? Are you calling me stupid?
Aduh, aku pengen banget. Before the situation can escalate any further, Barcarola picked up the oddly shaped lamp. This quickly passed in its glow.
What's this?
What did I say? Of course you have no idea what this is.
We form palm bark into lampshades about the size of a coconut, then tie fat-soaked compass grass inside. We call it sea mother's eye. Every Nukutai knows how to make one.
They're way better than those noisy, buzzing light bulbs. Wait, why are we even telling her this?
Shh.
Before he can say another word, Patutu hastily pulled Ola aside.
We need to lower their guard.
Huh?
Ola eyes Patutu suspiciously.
So that we can earn their trust. If we don't understand our enemies, how can we help Miss Grace with her mission and rebuild our home?
No way.
Oh.
Besides, we can't just leave them to shout and run around. It'll disturb our people's rest.
Ola finally breathes a sigh of relief.
Trust me, that girl will thank us for this later. And then we can get all the information we need from her.
Then we should make more sea mother's eyes and hand them out to the outsiders.
Now you've got it.
By the waves, Tutu. You really are clever. No wonder the elders always listen to you.
Ih, pinter banget ya Patutu, anjir. Sayangnya dia manus. Despite his praise, Patutu turns away, a quiet look of doubt on her face.
Is this really the right thing to do?
Nope, but I guess regardless, the sound of bark scraping grows as her people get to work. One by one, the sea mother eyes light up. They are passed through rough and soft hand alike, illuminating brown skin, flesh-colored iris, and chestnut hair. As a warm light makes their way through the crowd, the glamour subsides. No more panic shout, no more argument, only a unique harmony.
What peculiar little things. Reminds me of my days on the fishing boat. I always loved spotting the lighthouse on our way back. These look just like it.
The craftsmanship is remarkable. You'd be hard-pressed to find something of this standard in a factory these days.
They remind me of the things my grandma and I used to make when I was little.
Tiba-tiba mereka jadi apa namanya?
She
Tenang
could even
semua.
carve a whistle out of a parsnip.
They're sharing food and stories, just like we do on bonfire nights.
Patutu glanced at her fellow Nukutai. Relief memory are longing are etched into
I'm
their
getting
face.
more and more confused by Miss Grace's words.
The guests lay on one another, sitting helpfully under the warm glow of the
Miss
lamp.
Barcarola?
The timid voice of child reached Barcarola's ears.
I want to go home.
The scene before her is a mess. This is certainly not time for a symphony performance. Among the crowd, she sees the girl shaking her head.
Is this one of the changes I must make to truly embrace music?
Jir, kita dinyanyiin, Jir. Mantap. A single note drift from a crackling block. Then a harmonious melody of joyful, lively, and contrasting sound.
Whoa!
Their joy illuminated by the lamp. The guests start to clap along. Halo Pia, Febri, gimana kabar hari ini? Sudah mau kesenuhin, sudah sehat, harus welcome. Ya, kesambet apa kan ya Haname ya?
Attention passengers. The Free Breeze is currently experiencing a power outage due to a fuse blown by a cargo leak in the lower deck. We ask that everyone remain calm. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. To make your wait more comfortable, we'll be offering unlimited
Terus
ice
main
cream.
Hauka beratnya kalah 2 kali. Ayo kita main Hauka nanti.
Additionally, since we're approaching the habitat of the series, we're expecting an increase in turbulence and noise as we work to ward them off. We appreciate your understanding.
The hall broke down again, and the guests bid one another farewell, the lamp still tightly held in their hand. Barcarola exhaled deeply as Regulus approached her, a smoke look on her face.
See? What did I tell you? Music works wonders. Anytime, anywhere.
You were right, Signora Regulus.
You owe me one now. So, how about a little reciprocity?
No, Regulus, shut the... She rubs her finger together mischievously.
Say, letting me have a rock session on the ship?
No, Regulus, yeah.
Do you promise you won't cause any trouble?
Cross my heart.
Okay, I will cross your heart, Regulus.
All
Sumpah.
right, you can do it. But
Woohoo!
Permission granted. Regulus doesn't wait to her extra intonation. He already does off speaking as he
Don't
goes.
forget to thank the girl who made the lamp.
Detail
As if I need you to
13 dan
remind
Sonata naik kapal
I'll
barang
have you know, I
Regulus.
was
Yap,
just
betul
about to head
sekali.
over to her.
Barcarola gently paced over to the darkened corner that has become the gathering place of Nokutai. Ternyata timnya selalu nggak paham map, kocak aku jadi kelas sisanya jebol, jadi kurung
Jojo was
kelas
right.
jebol
The
halah.
stupid girl's back.
Bagus tuh, Haname Rom.
Huh?
Haname
I
Rom.
must say, I don't appreciate being called an oaf or stupid. But I would like to thank you for your help back there.
What?
On behalf of the whole crew, you have our respect.
Oh, what do we do now? Tutu never said they'd be so friendly.
The bewildered Islander exchanged glance.
Tutu? Where did she go?
Oh, atau Ulrich itu ikut juga atau enggak? Soalnya Ulrich kan harusnya ikut sama apa naik kapal ini, cuman dia pakai apa namanya disguise. Cuman aku nggak tahu dia jadi apa si Ulrichnya. Terus, apa namanya, aku juga nggak tahu, harusnya mereka semua tuh nggak saling mengenal si Regulus, Vertin, sama Sonetonya supaya, apa namanya, disgust-nya nggak ketahuan. Ulrich harus misa, harus nggak kenal
I've learned so
Vertin.
much
Oh,
about
cuman
the outside world
Ulrich
since I
doang yang
boarded this
misa ya?
ship. So, why do I feel even more
Aku penasaran dong
confused?
jadi apa namanya, pura-pura jadi apa anjir?
I trust my people. They're good and kind, and they've never lied to me. You just have to look at their spirit shells to see it. The songs and dances of Melly nourish the shells, and the purity of my people's souls color their surface in the most beautiful patterns. And Miss Grace, she's been good to us too. She warned us about the destruction of Melly, saving us from the flood, and she showed us the world as it really is. She even wants us to be part of her plan. Our ancestral shells have also told us how terrible the world outside is. That it's a place with Sanguma witches, Nakarua serpents, and all kinds of other beasts. But
those scenes replays again and again in her mind. Casual conversation, the warm smile, and the glowing lamp in their hand.
But now I'm here, on the ship full
Welcome,
of
Dream. Gimana
outsiders.
kabarmu hari ini? Semoga sudah
And
minum sudah sehat sudah
I feel that they're just like us.
Mas Haname Rom. Aku aja kelas utamain Sebelum turret. Aku utamain make sure semuanya masih hidup sih. As the present blur together as what to search her memory, even her peace and offer help. In her death, she has wandered into another part of the ship. It isn't until a voice never out of her thought that he realized where she is.
Hello, young lady. What are you doing out here all by yourself? Don't just stand there. Come on in.
Sorry. I didn't even realize where I was going.
One husband give her a hearty pat on the shoulder.
No need to apologize, my dear. You are more than welcome. You saved us old folks from sitting here in silence till we reach shore.
Charlie's just happy to have someone new to tell his stories to.
Astaga, om baik.
Series too.
Series? I've heard they're a real headache for passing ships. But I've never seen one with my own eyes.
Kata the courier peers out the window. A strange yet familiar hum filled the air.
Well, well, it seems this young lady knows a thing or two about the sea.
How about you give us a hand, eh?
He extended a rough hand to her. But it takes a step back, but the hand remains firmly held out before her. She has seen many hands like this before. Loose working hands like those of Grandma Penny, Uncle Tarek, Grandpa Natano, and many of other Nukutai. There's something comforting in its familiarity.
Me? I'm not sure I know how to...
Don't worry, it's almost too easy.
Welcome Sochi, kepada kabar hari ini. Semoga sudah minum sudah saya server resmi. Welcome. Moga-moga ya, moga-moga red on.
These series are afraid of loud noises, and the Free Breeze has plenty of speakers on board. The sea is with us today.
Of course it is. For how long we've sailed its waves, why wouldn't it be?
The helmsman is saying a few weeks, and the shoulder pad. There is clear camera within the They roll up their sleeves as they prepare for their performance.
Get ready, folks. Port the helm.
Tuhan, ganti list paling tinggi reverse to S+. Nah, lu karakter yang belum pernah turun tahta dari peringkat S dan gak pernah habis dan tetap di atas. Winsong udah 2 tahun loh. Oh ya, Winsong udah 2 tahun. Damn. Kenapa bisa 2 tahun ya?
We make an ideal team.
We make an ideal team.
It seems you can use a hand, especially one with a blade.
Corvus
Straight to
Winsong.
the point. I like that.
Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay.
Into the dark.
Just another shift. What I'm good at.
Wait for the right moment. Non voltarti indietro.
These sheets are my wings.
You see it coming.
Up and at it.
Liberato dal fratello.
Yes, I got this. I can.
I admire your courage. I will remember.
Yes, I got the wind. Just another shift.
I admire your courage. Keep up the pace.
Ya karena emang OP, bayangin kalau sampai dapat euforia baru aja kena power creep. Winsong Corvus lah, Winsong lebih dramatin sama ultinya, bisa habisin kartu yang bisa dipakai semuanya mode. Hah?
Non voltarti indietro.
Hah? Oh.
For you and for us.
Oke. Bisa gitu? Corvus, Winsong. Infokan cara buat pemula. Infokan cara buat pemula. Welcome. Kecoa laut. Kenapa kecoa laut anjir? Welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah bagus, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah harus nih. Welcome. Kecoa laut anjay.
Into the darkness. Wait for the right moment. Time to heat up the forge.
What I'm good. Just another shift.
Non voltarti indietro. It will be over before you feel it.
Be over. Kalau new
You see it coming.
di Taron sih sama Ulrich.
As long as I've got you at my side, I've got nothing to worry about.
Tapi yang gampang makainya sih CJ sama SJ soalnya enggak.
Course 270, hard starboard.
Taron udah lewat. Taron aku udah punya sih.
Go down to 5 knots. Watch the bow wave. Turn on the speakers.
Welcome
Time to
sedih.
chase
Gimana
off
kabarmu
some
hari
sea
ini? Sudah makan,
monsters.
sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah harus welcome. Seasonal navigator issues a steady flow of instruction. The cruise ship slowly turn, skillfully avoiding the reach of the sea monsters and tackle.
Signorina.
He gave Fatu to her harmonica and asked if she can play it.
No.
Don't worry. Anything you play, we'll do. Can't be worse than what Essam has to offer.
Ya ampun.
I can hear you, you know.
Pada bahas tim-timnya yang ada di reverse. The sailors jokes and jostle as they clamor for their respective improvement. Tunggu seminggu lagi karakter limited karena udah lewat. Kalau saranin karakter buat pemula mending lihat bannernya bakal ada apa. Iya, soalnya apa namanya di sini gampang ke power creep. Hey handsome, they burst into song.
Come on, join in.
Harmonica finds its way to her lips. The radius musty of gay yet heartfelt drift out toward the sea. This is just like those nights by the bonfire in Mali.
but a poor simple sailor just like me must be tossed and turned in the deep dark sea. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I'm far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me?
Kadang-kadang kayak pelaut Italia ya, nggak tahu pelaut Italia kah? Tapi mereka dari Australia anjir. One endless sea shanty after another tears through the fog, with light simmering on the sea surface like amber after a festival in bonfire. The ocean strike her. She finally understand her role.
Miss Grace.
The outside world is indeed full of dangers, but there is less to fear than you think. I'll help you through it.
Advice and reassurance echo in her mind. These are
What am I
really
doing? Sorry, I have to go.
This car is off. Kayak kucing anjir, waktu tuh anjir sumpil. Oh iya, Israelis juga mungkin. Bingsang enaknya nih ya, bisa ngumpulin kartu, jadi tiap pakai satu kartu bisa munculin kartu satu
I don't
lagi.
understand.
Dan sekalinya manjat ulti, semua kartu
Why are
Bingsang
they so
kepake
nice?
dar muan.
This is nothing like the stories.
Sales Bingsang coy. Her question hangs in the air, and so does.
Come in.
An uncle at the door. Ya, Bingsang simpel, bisa
Timekeeper,
villa, bisa
I hope you didn't have too
juga.
much
Ada satu
difficulty
pun nggak
during the power
masalah.
outage.
Nah, mau solo stand sapi. Sumpah ya, ini anak ya
Not
sangat
at all, Sonato. It actually
apa
gave me the
namanya?
opportunity to try out X's latest invention, the bouncing bulb. It's very interesting. A little draining, though.
Ininya
Would
Winston
you like to
dan
try
Corvus
out
punya
one of
dampak
these
sama
then?
persis, yaitu Maru AP dan sakit di late game. Maru AP.
Did you make this, Sonato?
I
You?
did. Miss Saloni from Nukutea taught me how to make it. It's called a sea mother's eye. She told me every household in Meli lights them during storms to help guide those at sea safely home. She said, with this, no one will ever be lost in the dark.
Thank you, Sonato. And what a lovely saying.
Another breathed a sigh of relief, but her eyes remained fixed on the sea mother eye.
After this mission, we should be able to apply for a field investigation in Italy.
Italy? Thank you, Timekeeper.
Italy, ngapain kita? Sonata is unable to hide her delight.
But
Ngapain
let's
kita
focus on this mission first. May I borrow your communicator? There's something I need to verify.
Of course.
Connecting to Madam Z of the St. Pavlov Foundation. The person you're trying to reach is currently unavailable due to communication interference. Please leave a message after the beep.
Huh?
Just as I suspected, communications are blocked. Someone's jamming the signal.
Do you think it's Manus Vindicte?
Yes.
It's possible. The flyer proved that this ship has some kind of association with them. We need to stay vigilant.
Regulus should know about this. I'll go find her.
Alah, udahlah, lupakan si Dongolus lah cuy, sumpah. A very chilling scream echoes from afar. Reverberating through the hull of the ship.
Regulus!
Kenapa? Rekornya hancur kah? They hurry over to the source of the scream.
Regulus, are you alright?
Jonathan stopped in her track. The scene before her is all too familiar, for it has played out almost time at the LCC. LS.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Yalah, discussnya kayak ngono. Ignoring the fact that Regulus just dropped her stomach. Ulrich calmly pours coffee into hers.
Mr. Ulrich, what are you doing here?
Verwoerd swears into a piece of art.
Good day, timekeeper, researcher Regulus, Miss Sonetto.
This really the disguise you went with?
Wait a minute. Vertin, did you know he'd be here? Listen, there's no way I'm paying for even half an extra ticket. In fact, he should be paying for me.
Well, this might take a while to explain.
Apa sih? An unofficial meeting of the Asturias Forum was held before the bridge set sail from Australia.
Did you wake up with a glitch this morning, Ulrich? The storm has already taken so many lives, and now you're planning to intentionally bring another one upon us?
Quit your worrying, Jonathan. The artificial storm will be under strict control, and you're not even on the research team. Besides, there are some issues we still need to fix, so we've come to a bit of a standstill for now. I promise you won't wake up to find the building engulfed by the storm.
Sorry? Are you saying that you've already started?
Ulrich, I have to warn you. Ever since you found that satellite, you've been pushing past the limits of Laplace's regulations. You've accessed materials from other branches, used valuable resources for your own purposes, and run experiments without proper clearance.
What baseless claims, Penelope? I'll have you know that everything I've done has been approved by the HQ director.
Director? We don't have a damn director!
But we do have a substitute director, so there.
Siapa substitute directornya? Aku lupa. He gets appointed not in Enigma direction. Oh, Enigma. Ah iya, si Enigma. Jadinya Enigma ya?
For the last time, I'm not the substitute director. No one can substitute for Madame Lucy.
Yalah. The familiar heavy knock on the table resource once more.
But let's set that aside. We're here to figure out what to do with the satellite. Not to stage an intervention for Ulrich.
The solution's as clear as day, my friends. We'll do exactly what they did in Plizetsk during the third storm. Find someone brave and send them into space.
Yang kutunggu-tunggu selama setahun, Vertin.
He's right.
Janji
Why
yang
don't
mana?
we just build another satellite and see how it handles the storm?
Aku punya izin dari HK Director, tapi kita tidak punya HK Director. Seperti ceplos dan di Iraq.
Wow, what an amazing idea! Truly a stroke of genius. So, we're talking about a controlled experiment, right? That means we'll send not just one, but dozens of satellites, all carrying different items.
What's the problem with that?
Oh, nothing. The budget team will be thrilled at the idea. Here's a better one. We sit tight and wait till the storm sends us back to 1995. And bingo! Surprise! There's our satellite, orbiting around the Earth once again.
Medicine pocket, Please mind your tone in the meeting room.
Oh, sure. Just as soon as they stop trying to waste all our research funds.
I'm with researcher Medicine Pocket here. There's no need to launch more satellites. We should be focusing on the artificial storm project.
What is not
The project has made substantial progress.
Oh, Valentine tadi janji bakal. Oh, itu janji. Oh iya juga. Kapan ya janjinya? Aku udah lupa anjir. Hehe.
I have collected every item that was once on the Regulus satellite, including the space seeds from Plessetsk. You have no idea how difficult that was, let me tell you. It was easier to get Regulus's record.
Still, you probably didn't need to steal it, Ulrich.
You say that, but I've heard that it isn't going all that smoothly. Accelerating the reaction of asymmetrical nuclide R with fixed frequency sound waves so as to stimulate the storm. It sounds impressive, but what's the payoff? Have you found the key material that provides immunity from the storm?
Good point, Lucas. I never claimed the experiment was perfect. In fact, I'll be the first to admit that it has some serious procedural flaws.
Huh?
Through 26 microscale artificial storms, I tested 7 different space seeds, an astronomical spectrometer, a high-speed photometer, some obsidian crystals, and a Lycopus lucidus talisman. None of them endured the trials.
Then what do we do now? Just give up?
No!
Sabar Ritz. Ritz awak clear his throat.
I have used all the asymmetrical nuclide R that we had in the warehouse.
What?
Medicine Pocket trying to their fate like a shocked animal.
Sit down, Medicine Pocket. Jonathan, go get some stress ball.
No! I can shout all I want, okay, Substitute Director?
Medicine Pocket slams the table, sending papers flying.
All the asymmetrical nuclide R, it's all gone?
I had to use it. It's just standard consumption, like in any other experiment. And I got results.
With that amount of resources, of course you'd find something, dumbass. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. Keep at it if you want. You're gonna smash that dead end head on.
Medicine Pocket itu
I
sangat-sangat
don't see
itu
why
ya.
you're commenting on my work. We're not even in the same department.
Put his pants down on the table to ease the frustration shaking the fire fruit in his neck.
Because you used my materials! That was most of the nuclide R from both the Plas and the Foundation! You have to be kidding me! You get all you want while I'm here like some chump filling out endless forms just to get a few drops!
The best on the Medicine Pocket dress breaks under the stress of their shot.
Next time, just give me the funds and nuclide, and I'll be more than happy to run a few laps in the storm with that crap from the satellite and see what happens.
We would never endanger the life of a researcher like that.
That's why we should launch another satellite. No need to risk anyone's life, especially since we got plenty of colleagues with aeronautics experience.
Can't do that. Our best space expert is still in the Laplace care unit.
The smoke temporarily clears, and finally one member returns the meeting to the main agenda.
So, Ulrich, what's the next step with your experiment?
I'm taking it outside, of course. The richest deposits of asymmetrical nuclide R aren't in the lab or the Foundation's warehouse. They're out there in the real world. We've been overlooking how the density of nuclide R has affected our experiment results.
Come on, Ulrich, that's just an excuse. Where would you find a higher nuclide R density than in a Laplace lab?
That might be the exact problem. The environment here is too controlled, too clean. The storm has never been the manifestation of order, but of chaos.
Nggak salah tapi.
And how exactly do you plan on finding chaos?
Ngebom. They're fighting tooth and nail to secure the budget of their individual project.
Everyone, please. If we just sit here arguing instead of getting out there and doing something, those sneaky researchers at Institutum Lawrence are going to get ahead of us.
His name of butterfly pattern enveloped heavily on the table, adding yet more fuel to the fiery chaos.
Lawrence? That strange secret society?
Let's see what kind of bull they're spouting this time.
No medicine pocket, just toss the letter into the shredder.
Maria's footsteps echo and a clear voice cuts through the chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for interrupting your debate. The St. Pavlov Foundation has passed a new resolution.
Masih inget kalau Madpok penemu cara dapetin banyak asymmetrical nuclide R? Masih inget. In the real world. Han, mulai Maret aku bakal nyobain satu hobi yang berat lakuinnya. Traveling, let's go. Solo trip, let's go. Perasaan Laplace setiap hari ada kekacauan deh. Gak mungkin cuy, Laplace itu tenang-tenang baik. Emang apa namanya, sukanya tengkar. Action is one thing and competition is another. With that both, how can we improve? What's this? Chaos Roaring Bolt. Alara's butterfly attaches a roaring ritual to an envelope. This is device driven entirely by Arcane. Are we really going to use this? A black eyeball covered in synapses, complete with a mouth? Let me quiz. It got stringent activation conditions, experimental results that are near impossible to replicate, an unconventional method of operation. When activated, it detects information chains through nose. Emitting screams at varying decibel level to indicate different supernatural phenomena. Well, it certainly fits her style. Our understanding of the storm is still quite shallow. Institutum Lawrence is offering a new perspective. The storm is not a phenomenon, but the ebb and flow of chaotic variable energy. Their concept of pneuma is indeed an appropriate way to understand it. It seems you gain a lot from the instant from Latin. Are you planning to author a new paper together? You could just rename the asymmetrical nuclide R to chaotic energy and there, our department only research quota is checked out. It is without a doubt that Institutum Lawrence has provided significant contribution to artificial storm project. Before the third, sixth, and seventh storm, Lawrence Butterfly predicts several potential storm ice locations. As foretold, with the assistance from the field agent administration, confirmed the status of the indicated area. Although they didn't perfectly match the correlation of the storm, those coordinates corresponded to concurrent supernatural phenomena. As researchers, we must recognize the value of building upon the work of those who came before us. Yes, but for researchers, didn't perfectly match and concurrent don't constitute convincing enough report. If you want the data, the p-value is low. It's as low as 0.012. This means there's significant correlation. The input and the result can be verified. The findings are reliable. That's just great. Fantastic. Soon enough, the entire Institutum Lawrence will know our EQ is reversing faster than time itself. Versi The Nolep berubah jadi versi nyari makan seluruh Indo. Han mau tau game Hades? Game apa? Game Hades? Game apa tuh? Demon statement is definitely much more what?
Miss Simone, did you just say something about the Foundation? Are we not moving off topic? We were discussing our efforts to identify substances immune to the storm. What is all this about the Foundation?
No idea, but it's sure to be the most cheerful, positive, wonderful news. That'll teach you to run Madam Buckethead out of town. Now it's going to be those Foundation dimwits calling the shots. Ha!
I won't stand for the Foundation ordering La Place around. I'll set things straight with them later. You have my word.
He raised his hand in separation before promptly dropping them and slumping back into his chair.
In fact, Miss Simone, you may relay my message now.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Enigma, but given our present circumstances, the Foundation's involvement may have a bright side.
John folded neatly prepared to comment.
The resolution the Foundation relayed to me was principally concerned with your artificial storm project, Mr. Ulrich.
Huh?
What? Did you switch gears on us, Ulrich?
Huh?
For Flux's sake! All I did was ask for a little support.
Speaking of, the Foundation also sent through their approval for your other requests. Mostly anyway. They agreed to supply the majority of your requested materials, including replenishing a portion of our asymmetrical nuclide R, and they've dispatched field investigators to assist us. Additionally, they've done preliminary screenings on the locations you mentioned and confirmed they meet the specifications of our experiments.
The Foundation has never been this generous with us before.
Iya, kenapa generous sekali ini? Oh, presidennya yang tadi. Joy rushed through our lips. He feel almost in death.
Don't go popping the champagne just yet, Ulrich. Our new bosses aren't going to come anywhere close to replacing all the asymmetrical nuclide R you've wasted.
Ulrich did not doubt, his gaze fixated on the letter in Simon's hand.
Still, it's all too easy. What's the catch?
They want to witness our results, firsthand.
The devil is like once again.
Deal. Someone, anyone, take down the minutes.
Ulrich bounced the table once more, sending waves through the ferrofluid.
They also sent over another possible location that they haven't been able to confirm. A ship. The Foundation has requested that you investigate it personally. The Timekeeper will brief you on the details.
Yeah.
Fine, fish tank. You're off the hook for now.
Now we know kenapa dia di sini kan ya. Megan once at them, and her eyes fixed on Ulrich was calmly removing his disguise.
Just so we're clear, you're not planning to smuggle out my treasure, right?
I wouldn't think of it.
Fab. And you're not angling that I foot the bill for this excursion, right?
Ulrich cleared his throat before steering the conversation back on track.
The Foundation's intel appears accurate. After some preliminary checks, I am certain this will be an ideal locale to conduct our experiments. I've never seen such intense readings of asymmetrical nuclide R outside of the storm.
Because ada bonus vindicta di sini, bro.
Ulrich. You're not about to take a swim, are you?
Only if necessary.
With my record? You've got to be off your rocker, mate.
Andres quickly debated her possession by presenting her with a record.
Not at all. It's time it was returned to its rightful owner.
Oh? Udah dibalikin. Why? Embrace the record like an old friend.
My darling. Oh, my treasure. Welcome home. Oh, I'll broadcast your tracks on Radio Apple for 72 hours straight and hold the rockinest party ever just for you. Oh, you've got my word.
Oh, the joy of this reunion pours out her before a graver possibility flashed across them.
Hold on. You're not about to withhold my funds, are you?
Fret not, Regulus. Given its special significance to you, we made its composition analysis our first priority. Now that the first step is done, I'm more than happy to return it to you.
Oh, jadi
But what about your experiments?
Placing her little thing in her hand, Regulus hesitated. Then reluctantly hand it to Ulrich. Ulrich cleared his throat again, donning the pregnant formality of his
Not to worry. I've already made arrangements.
What arrangement did we talk about, bro? He proudly raised his coat to unveil Laplace's latest masterpiece. Dozen of identical little thing recorders stacked neatly together.
We went to great lengths to ensure these replicas were identical in every way. We even reproduced the ink used in the signature. Identical down to their heart and soul, courtesy of Laplace craftsmanship. We've achieved complete consistency in both composition and appearance.
Wah, bikin replika, coy. Ulrich Carlson got off by Regulus' exclamation surprise. Ya, ini kopi tanpa izin, anjir. Nanti anaknya kamu main dulu event aja yang namanya Lone Trail, dan event itu bakal dijulukin event dengan story terindah 10 bulan karena nanti UAS musuhnya teridentifikasi. Hihi. Oh, oke. Iya, tadi presiden udah bilang bakal dukung. Oh, yang dia bisa-bisa sama Konstantin itu dia. Oke. Oh, dia ngomongin Ulrich. Oh, iya juga ya.
They're dead ringers for the real thing.
Lemot ah.
But this is piracy. And not the fun kind. Musical piracy.
Drastic times call for drastic measures. I hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive us, Regulus.
Piracy. Bajakan, bajakan, membaca, mantap. Cumulus cloud drew slowly across the night sky like the rolling wave of the sea. The cumulus started glinting gently. Damn sea has let a heavy layer of moisture on the surface of the ship. Standing at the observation window, Captain faced betrayed no emotion. There is a faint hesitant sound at her door.
Oh, Miss Vtuber. I hadn't expected you to visit.
Grace's face lighted up, every inch radiating joy. He eagerly opened the door, affectionately pulling Vtuber into the room.
I must say it's a welcome relief from the onslaught of greedy businessmen and boorish officials. All puff and no substance. Bloated, lifeless. They remind me of a few specimens of decay from my collection.
Decaying specimens? Miss Grace, you mean body?
Hush. Let's just leave things at that.
Explain as he studied the faintly protruding vein on the girl's hand, measuring the blood coursing assiduously through them.
So then, you're here to talk about something else? Go ahead.
Yes, Miss Grace. I just wanted some advice, if you don't mind.
Not at all, my dear. We are friends, aren't we? We are venturing into the unknown, so it is little surprise that you feel lost. But disorientation is a dangerous enemy. I am more than happy to help. Relax and keep an open mind, dear. We have a long night ahead.
A few soft and subtle noise come from the outside, but they are not enough to disrupt the intimation conversation between the two. She set down her pocket watch, her gaze drifting past like a ajar door. Faint smile.
The thing is, I tried to ignore the outside world, just like you said, but I failed.
Patutu instantly lowered her head.
The idea of raising a spear against people I know so little about, even if it was to avenge my home. I felt I had to learn more about these outsiders, to understand them. I'm sorry I went against your advice. I thought that learning about them would harden my resolve. I thought that I would hate them from the depths of my soul, that the hatred would be so strong that I'd feel no remorse, that I would see in them what you and Manus Vindicte do. But
in the face of her wavering resolve, Patutu bows her head in shame.
Instead, after interacting with the people here,
the noisy music hall and the bustling tourists, the bright light, the sea chanties.
But Tutu, my dear, there's no shame in having second thoughts.
Welcome Arif, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Semoga sedang mendengar suara resmi. Welcome. Dan turn off respond if Patutu momentarily stunned.
How could you not? This was but your first glimpse of a world so much wider than you knew. But you'll soon realize that it is nothing more than a dying corpse, its lungs still clinging on to its last breath. The face rots first, you know. It's a nasty scene, I assure you. Those shrinking, putrefying eyeballs are always a headache for taxidermists. Next, the chest cavity. It rots out from the inside, bloating with noxious gases produced by its decomposing flesh, until it's ready to pop like a party balloon. Even at this stage, if you were to hold your breath and look only to the limbs, you might marvel at the artisanship. Such a perfect creation. Yet it dies all the same. So it goes.
Patutu has never encountered such a warm and spirited captain.
Do you see the world any clearer now? Take your time. Think it through.
Grace lightly tapped her finger on the board beside her, as if keeping time with the faint footstep outside. Lost in thought, Patutu remained oblivious to it all.
The outsiders are different from what I expected. Miss Grace, are you sure they're truly evil?
Grace glanced out the window. So the porthole, a strange vibrating sound grew louder and more distinct. Following Grace's gaze, Patutu noticed an enormous shadow on the other side of porthole. And parasol and railing really cave.
They are cunning. menacing, and at times have even been known to engage in eavesdropping.
My parasol and railing really create such enormous silhouette. The shadow creeps closer toward them, stealthily and deliberately.
Miss Grace, watch out! It's some kind
Halo
of
Oriental, welcome.
monster.
Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Semoga sudah minum, sudah sehat, seluruh stars ini. Welcome. Mana janjimu itu, wahai bebek? Katanya mau dibantu MDE. Minggu depan. There is no doubt. This cutting description has angered the shadowy intruder.
It's here.
Mana janjimu? Gak jadi lupakan. Trembling, Vtuber grabs whatever is nearby. Now likes room and having lunch and fling them
I'll
to
protect
the
you, Miss Grace.
Aku tahu suara siapa itu. Tak suara siapa, yo.
Oh,
Baik, lagi istirahat dari sekolah. Oh, belum pulang ya? Semangat sekolahnya.
What I'm just another.
Wait for the right moment.
Rise and shine. These sheets are my wings.
Addio,
This is the
straniero.
breach of free breeze
Non
past
voltarti
direction.
indietro.
As long as I've got you at my side, I've got nothing to worry about.
Aku kembali setelah Kalahatan ini lawan siapa? Dengerin lobby OSOA sama event atau nanti enak sih. Atau tidur kah? Commotion seems to have no end.
Is it dead?
Fainting heavily, Vtuber master the courage to rush out of cabin. Figure of the deck has far removed from terrifying enemies he envisioned.
Oh, it's you, Barcarola.
Kenapa Barcarola nangis? A familiar tear-streaked face emerged from the aftermath of the chaos. Captain, however, seemed unfazed by the peaceful state of her crew staff.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure to see you.
Have you lost your mind, Vtuber? I've been looking all over the ship for you to thank you for the lamps you made. This is a funny way of saying you're welcome. Not even the rudest student in Cremona would attack someone for saying thanks.
Kasihan anjir. An unfamiliar term spring from her lips, sparking Vtuber to curiosity.
Cremona? Where's that?
That's really not what matters here.
Settle down, please, ladies. This was only a small misunderstanding, wasn't it? As both your captain and your friend, I hope that you might be able to resolve this. I do believe I could see you two
Dikira
becoming
Moses
fast
terus
friends.
diserang, kasihan anjir. The captain offered to learn anything but subtle.
Vtuber here is eager to learn about the outside world. And I'm sure you must have many stories to share, don't you? Consider it a favor, in exchange for those sea mother's eyes.
It simply won't do for Captain to leave these two such in state.
Why don't you take a seat, Miss Barcarola?
Suaranya Miss Grace itu halus banget ya. She moved aside, extending the two delicate hand to them. The girl takes her hand, allowing themselves to be drawn close, then they lean together on the railing. The sea breeze sweeps across the deck, whispering whatever awkwardness there was in
You were quick
them.
to gloss over your hometown. Cremona, wasn't it?
Grace's voice is gentle and soft. Barcarola finally loosened the tension in her strings break as this look of
Cremona, the city of islands, as they say. See, I was born in that awful, dreary old place. But I don't like to talk about it, Miss
Gimana
Grace.
kabarmu hari ini? Semoga sudah minum, sudah sehat, seluruh stars nih, welcome. Barcarola ngapain nangis? Diserang. Nanti terus sih jadi merasa ikut di anggota Yakuza. Hah? Semua manus suaranya menarik, jadi kamu tertarik masuk manus? Enggak. Sama dikasih nasi 3, tempe 11. Tempe 11. Ah? Banyak kali lah. What is X-Men? X-Men's Barcarola expression.
But it sounds like you still miss your home. So why speak of it that way? Is there something wrong with it? In Nukateo, when we find something rotted in our village, we wrap it up in stinky grass and throw it in the ocean. Do you outsiders not do this as well?
Well, it's not completely rotted exactly. It's just...
If worlds are broad, seemingly searching for the right word.
In Cremona, everything is bound up with the violin. How it's made, how it's played, even the science of it. It fills the air and every conversation. You can't walk to the trattoria without tripping over a virtuoso. They come from Rome, Berlin, London, New York, Nairobi, Tokyo, Uppsala, people from far and wide, all crammed into one town. Not a day goes by without a concert, a symphony, or a festival musicale.
Am I misunderstanding you? Because to the Nukatai, the idea of a place with music and festivals every day sounds very... fun.
That's where you're wrong, Signora. It's no fun at all. At least, for me. To be Cremonese is to take pride in its music, its history, and above all, its violins. And you must learn to love the violin, the viola, the violoncello, and the bass, because there is nothing else. Every quartet is a string quartet. Every concerto is Vivaldi.
Kayak banget ya bentuk-bentuknya viola, anjir. Violin, viola, violoncello, the best, bro.
The world has so very many instruments as diverse and as varied as the people that fill it. Even the shell around your neck could sing if you knew just where to tap it. But not in Cremona. That's why I speak of it that way, Fatutu. Because if I had stayed there, I would never have seen the music of the world and its instruments, and my crackling box would never have been able to know their sounds.
The Nukatai don't have many instruments. Not so many as you anyway. But we were never bored with what we had. I'm certain that your island holds great beauty beyond its music. If ever we grow tired of singing and dancing, we'd go searching for shells or swimming in the reefs.
You still have much to learn about the world beyond your islands.
Then you have no intention of ever returning home, Miss Barcarola?
Return?
Was ordinary.
No, never. They're too set in their ways, like old fossils. My vision of music grew beyond them, and I did too.
Barcarola clasped her hand around her mouth and holds her off.
I won't force myself back into their little world!
Your determination is admirable indeed.
Tip like, thank you admin, welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Terima kasih sudah sehat seluar serti, welcome.
Glad to hear it.
Aku bangga baca Barcarola dan Patutu. Cakep sih, Patutu kawaii banget sih.
You are the very star of the free breeze.
Barcarola face light up with renewed pride.
What about you, Miss Grace? You've never told us about your home.
It's a place of little interest to anyone. Not even worthy of naming.
Oh, come on. Virgin Park will compose and rambling chatter of Barcarola.
They say a musician must be free of attachments to be truly creative. Perhaps this is true of captains as well.
No, that can't be right. The Nukutai believe that to stray from our home is the death of the spirit. If we travel too far and too long, our spirit shells develop cracks that no amount of Nuku glue can mend. And from these cracks come an intense sadness. The elders call it homesick.
Homesickness. See, we have this word as well. The sailors aboard often ask me to play the songs of their youth when they're missing their homes. So many different melodies. Thankfully, my crackling box has all kinds of instruments to suit their needs. I imagine it must be difficult for your people now. If you'd like, I could learn to play some of your songs and perform them. I'd be more than happy to help after all you've done.
That's kind of you. I'm sure it'll be of great help to us.
I'm more than happy to help Vtuber.
Barcarola manis banget dah. Vtuber juga anak baik dah. Boleh gua karungin nggak? The conversation seems to stress on forever. The increasing frequency with which they rub their eyes clearly marks the passage of time. Ngantuk. Eventually the sun's climb opposes it, finding its surface sudden blue and the steep horn sound. And the river spread across its surface.
It appears the sun has caught up with us, ladies.
Mamma mia! The concert!
Mamma mia! She rubs her eyes. Baracuda catches a glance of the captain lady shaking her pocket's watch and remembers something equally important.
I promised Signora Regulus a rock and roll concert, but I haven't even asked her what instruments she needs. Ciao, ragazze!
With hurried footsteps clattering down the stairs, Barcarola quickly vanished.
Thank you for talking with us, Miss Grace.
He waited for Barcarola to be clearly out of sight before speaking.
Don't mention it. I only hope that it was helpful for you.
I have one last question. I was wondering, how do you stay so determined?
Ya. Duduk kanan atas 4 huruf diawali S sangat menggoda. Barangin aja, Han. Gimana ada gajah waktu itu, Mama Mia. Wow, cesku. Walalala, ngomong apa ku anjir, aku nggak ngerti. Jawab, Miss Grace. Jawab, Miss Grace. They are buzzing with anticipation. The girls stand on the seat, cheering and dancing all in lively.
Hello, Free Breeze. Listen up, all my rock and roll stars fans and wannabes. You lot are in luck because you are about to experience the greatest, grandest, most radical rock and roll party of the era. Now get up on those feet and drag those little legs of yours on deck, because it's time to get those old bones jumping.
Sangat Aussie sekali ya
You'll be
aksennya.
sitting by a fireplace, telling your grandkiddies that you were here. This is the night you become a legend.
Ciao, Regulus!
Barcarola burst into the room.
Well, if it isn't our star musicista.
This isn't what we agreed on. I thought we'd make our preparations together.
What preparations?
What preparation? Barcarola passed her chest as she tried to steady her breathing.
To begin with, we must do a survey of our guests' musical preferences, then prepare a song list to match. Then we must carefully organize our transitions to optimize the flow of the concert.
Wait. Arrangements. Concert. What are you on about? This is rock and roll, love. A proper rock and roll party.
No arrangements? No song list? This isn't what I was taught to do in Cremona.
Ya, namanya juga regulus Chris Spirit
every listener enjoys an exquisite and seamless experience. We must allow them to savor the emotion and artistry of each piece.
Sounds a bit stuffy, doesn't it?
Yang
Come on,
anime
no reason to get all hung
pendek-pendek
up on the
banget, masalahnya
details.
story-nya
Music
udah
is
tahu.
freedom.
Lebih bagus bikin
The
story
only
baru
thing
tapi
that
nggak perlu
matters in
masukin
rock and roll
karakteran
are the
sebagai
vibes.
playable. Yo, regulus clearly holds no space for unnecessary formality.
You don't use
Lebih
your brain.
apa namanya?
You feel it
Lebih
in your
enak
heart, babe.
game dijadiin.
Guess your miserable old music teachers never taught you that, eh?
Game dijadiin anime daripada anime dijadiin game. Barcarola for her broke, but eventually her expression relax.
Fine.
Atau kalau nggak gitu gamenya dibikin apa namanya
just to be
setelah
clear, next time
ceritanya
we do it my
anime
way.
baru oke.
Cheers, love. You're an inspiration to musical directors the whole world over.
Lettering more often effective than any incantation.
You can find the record player in the locker backstage.
Regulus immediately darts and flex. Turn off the light. Connect the sound system. Check the stylus. Pick record. Position turn arm. Raise hand. Height. Get ready for.
Is this what you call heavy metal?
What's that? No. First up is an iconic taste of psychedelic rock. But I haven't even found the power socket yet.
Strange metal echoes from the lower deck, growing louder and clearer. An airy other word is shrieking. An airy other word shrieking followed by what feels like an earthquake. While the question is sequence, Sonata has sensed something is amiss.
Timekeeper, those sounds are familiar, aren't they? Metallic percussion sounds, sprinkled with screams of pain. It's Manus Vindicte.
Those blackened bizarre metallic creature rears their head once more. A torrent of metal instruments surged off the stairwell to the lower level, like all pulsing out. 5. The sudden commotion sends the quest into uproar. They huddle together, whispering nervously to one another.
What? These persistent pests again? Which hellhole did they crawl out of this time?
Don't worry, Senora Regulus. I won't let them disturb your rock party.
They stand calmly but fiercely before them.
You oafish barnacles are ruining the atmosphere and scaring our guests. I very much doubt you're doing this with the approval of Captain Grace. You should be working in the engine room, not making noise up on deck. Have you all forgotten the Seafarer's Code of Conduct?
They appear unmoved. The Foundation investigators step forward. Immediately taking command.
Regulus, get the crowd out of here.
Immediately taking command of the situation.
Get ready to engage with these Manus thugs.
Understood. Miss Barcarola, I'll ask you kindly to step back from these brutes.
Please, Senora. There's no need for alarm. I know they may look a little strange, but they're just engine crew. They work here. And as such, as our musical director, I have some authority over them. Moreover, it is my duty to ensure all our guests have a safe and enjoyable stay.
Masalahnya,
now I see how the Manus kept themselves hidden.
Fatuzu quickly finds herself trapped amidst the restless crowd. She stands on tiptoe, dazzled by the countless overlapping shadow and
Is that Barcarola? What's she doing over there?
Amid L'Oreal's astonished gaze, Barcarola gradually approached the dark mass of men's followers.
If you've come to be entertained or perhaps for some music lessons, I would be more than happy to assist you in the crew quarters later. However, your musical talents will not be needed at this time, as we already have a scheduled performance.
No heed is taken. Instead, a hammer is raised back. Yup. Manus dictating the move. Mulai mikir, jangan-jangan rock and roll itu sound horror versi British. Bisa jadi. Dan gue pergi ya, lagi banyak yang mau nggak? Oke, monggo. Terima kasih sudah mampir. Aku ingat monster-monster ini. Monster-monster ini, monster-monster menyebalkan.
You see it coming. Non voltarti indietro. Addio, straniero. Liberato dalla paura.
Ada lagi? Well.
Into the darkness.
Just another shift.
Liberato dal fratello.
These sheets are my wings! Ouch!
Non voltarti indietro.
As long as I've got you at my side, I've got nothing to worry about.
Ya Jay, ya Jay, ya Jay, ya Jay, ganteng banget kamu Jay. More and more Manus disciples feel the perimeter of the hall, turning to inside.
But what's happening? Why are they acting crazy?
And fear. Distant resolute, putting herself between the quest and the crest, Manus visible, her heavy breathing condensing on the neck of the crackling box.
As the musical director of the Free Breeze, I can't allow you to harm our guests.
Enough of your nonsense, foolish outsider.
A flash of gold glides.
No! Hobo protect!
A shell-shaped ripple appears, reflecting the icy arrow.
Are you okay, Barcarola?
Fatuzu darted from the crowd, pushing from the Barcarola with a record or surprise.
What are you doing, Vtuber? That is an outsider. Have you forgotten your duty to your people?
Ya kan kamu Tai? Unfamiliar reprimand booms in her ears. As studying the second music and Fatuzu never turned around. Her brother figure looms in the shadow of the crowd. For the first time, this image deeply unsettled her.
No! Never! But... Kamutsa, this is not defending our home. And it doesn't feel like avenging it either. What we suffered was not these people's fault. There has to be a better solution to all this. This isn't our way. It isn't right.
Betul. Fatuzu fearfully as her brother drew closer. As she comes into the light, she finds herself staring into the face is both familiar and strange.
Kamutsa.
Kamuta jadi Vanus Vindicte. Kamuta gently shake his head. Inky black liquid.
Vtuber, we have no choice.
Kamuta gently shook his head. Inky black liquid drip from his mat. Sedih. Oke, karena sekarang udah mau jam 3 ya. Haname otsu dulu. Apa namanya? Soalnya nanti kan kita lanjut ke arc next. Lumayan agak jauh sih, tinggal berapa? Tinggal sekali lagi ini. Tinggal sekali lagi Haname stream. Ini udah selesai kayaknya. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Kita lanjut jam 3 nanti. Oke, bye-bye.